Oh, there we go. Suppose now it's time to wait for everyone else to join. Oh, hello there.
Hey,
Hello, 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 hello.
how is everyone doing?
Hi, good
Hey,
afternoon.
Well, good. To answer your question, I'm doing good today as well. It's
good.
sunny for once here where I am, so
Mhm.
that's all good.
Good.
Hopefully you two are doing well as well.
I'm doing
Yeah.
good. I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing good.
That's amazing to hear.
Jesus,
Well,
Discord. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
that's all right. I was just saying, now that everyone's here, I suppose that, we should get the game started.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
so, so, so
There we go.
first thing first, let first things first. Hello and welcome everyone to Scribe Wars Duel number 4. As it is now tradition, it seems like every pair of contestants will um, play 2 rounds of this game before moving on to a new set of contestants. So, without further ado, before I explain the rules of the game, hello and please say hello to a few lovely contestants. Consider, would you like to introduce yourself first for everyone here today?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, guys. Hope everyone is doing awesome on this beautiful Sunday. My name is Kinsetta. I am known here on Instagram as the Wordy Woman 20. I am also author of adventure romance novel Secrets of the City of Gold, a retelling of the 2000 DreamWorks film, The Road to El Dorado. I know last time I had said that I was a part of Coffee House Writers. Unfortunately, I wanted to update everybody. I am taking a hiatus for now for, just for some personal mental health reasons. And yeah, I was sitting and I was working on some, trying to plot out some new ideas, and hopefully I can get some creative juices flowing in the near future. But that's all the updates for me. Um, Thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you for introducing yourself today, Consider, and for taking part in this. And I hope all goes well mentally for you.
Thank you.
Sanjay, would you like to introduce yourself today?
Thank you, good people. Thanks for having me back. I am known in pockets around the globe as Sean P. Wrights. I am the general head of Eticat Consulting. I'm the author of the From the Water's Edge series, volumes 1 and 2. And yes, there is a volume 3. I'm also a chef. My third cookbook is coming out, so if you're asking me about it, it is percolating, it is cooking, pun intended. And I am known for picking up words from the water's edge. That is my one superpower. So it's good to be here. Hopefully,
Oh,
we'll have a different result from last time, because I lost last time, if memory serves.
hopefully. Well, we'll see. We'll see how well you guys tackle my questions today. I will say I wrote these less angrily because I wrote them at an earlier time. So we'll see if that reflects in the questions.
That's fantastic.
Anyway, first off, last introduction is before we move on and I explain the rules of the game. I'll be your lovely host and master of ceremonies today. Captain, you can follow me here on Instagram. I'll be your charming host for today. Righty-ho. For anyone that doesn't know the rules of Scribe Wars, I'll be specifically going over the live version of the rules. And if you want to read them in full, you can visit at Word Sleuth's Instagram page, as there will be a pinned post on all of the rules for both the story version, which everyone can participate, and the live version in detail. But regardless, to briefly go over the rules, I will direct both of our lovely contestants to study a word set. So, for example, I could say Word Improv Challenge number 30. So our two contestants will scroll back to Word Improv Challenge 30, study those words, and I'll give them time to study it depending on how long it takes to scroll back. The more recent challenges, I will give them less time. The less recent challenge, I'll give them more time, ranging from 90 to 120 seconds. After that, after they study the words, I will then ask I'll then read a battle. A battle is a question. It is 2 dialogue prompts with 1 word missing. It is then our contestant's job to then fill in the blank by writing it down on a sheet of paper. And when I tell them to reveal it to the camera, depending on the answers they provide, I'll give them a point or I won't give them a point at all. And we do that 6 times for 2 different sets of words to avoid process of elimination playing a factor in the answers. And that is a live version of Scribe Wars. Every question's a battle, every 6 battles a war. And yeah, shall we get started, our lovely contestants?
Yes.
Let's begin.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Well, I'm going to throw a curveball and make you guys work for this set of words because I'm going to be asking you to study, throwback from the past, the very first set of word improv words. So word improv challenge number 1. I'll give you guys the full 120 seconds to study those words. So you're going to scroll all the way back. As for our lovely viewers who are watching on the post-recording and or watching live with us, you won't need to do that, as I will also go over the first set of words that I should have had prepared beforehand. So give me a second as I scroll back all the way to the first word improv challenge to tell everyone what the words they'll be studying are. I'm almost there. I'm at 16. My organization is far superior than anyone could ever suspect, which is why I introduced myself as charming and not organized. Anyway, and here we go.
Yeah, this is before my time.
Same.
I might give us an extra 30 seconds, but anyway, the words our lovely contestants are studying is porcine, basically features resembling a pig; inconscrutable, which means incapable of being analyzed or understand; apace, to go quickly and swiftly; cavort, which is to dance very lively; prowess, extraordinary ability; facilitade, which is a number of shots fired simultaneously in rapid succession; megalomania, which is a mental illness that makes people think they are amazing and have unlimited power; ethology, which is the scientific study of animal behavior; and this one always gets me mixed up. Inimitable, that word. Incapable of being imitated and or copied, surpassing, imitation, or matchless. Those are the 9 words our contestants will be studying, because as a fun fact to our viewers back at home, for the first 7 word improv challenges, it used to be 9 words, not 6. And then it was changed to be a little bit more manageable, I do believe. Regardless, I'll give both of our contestants 30 more seconds to study these words because it's quite far back, and you have to study 9 words, not 6. So there we go, 20 seconds left on the clock to study those words. And yeah, I'll give them some peace and quiet. Not really, I'll fill in the white space noise with my lovely voice that I will refuse to listen to recordings of. And 5, 4...
Side note and book club. 3 of these words are in my first book.
Oh!
Nice.
Well, hopefully that will give you an advantage.
You would think, right?
Can you quickly tell me what those 3 words are so I don't use them? Regardless. Anyway, here we go. Are you guys ready for me to say the first question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready? Oh. So which of these am I going to use first? I'll go with this one because it's my favorite one. Oh, come on, stop eating like that. You look like such a pig, says the person with such blank features. And just as a reminder, our 2 contestants will then write down the word on a sheet of paper they have in front of you. And when I say so, reveal it to the camera at the same time. The reason we do it at the same time is to avoid, copying and stuff like that. It's just for integrity and honor of the game. Anyway, you're both ready to review your answers to the camera?
Yes.
Brilliant. Do it now. Chandra, can you show it to the camera? There we go. So let me just make a note of the scores real quick, because so far that is a point to each of our lovely contestants. I have a soft spot for that particular question because it's the first one I wrote, and I've used that as the model for every other question because I like templates. Anyway, next question. Let's see. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. Why don't I go with this one? I like this question. Yeah. May I have this dance with you? Buy me a few more drinks, then I will blank with you. Write your answers down, and hopefully you're correct. Well, do you both have answers down?
Yep.
Reveal it to the camera to me now, please. So what do both of you have written down, because they're both different and mirrored for me?
I have cavort.
He's probably right. I have a pace.
The answer, unfortunately, is cavort.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, reasoning being the man's asking for a dance, and well, like we all do, or maybe I do, I certainly become more musical-esque when I drink, so so I decided to make it about alcohol. Anyway, as I said, this will be the last question before we move on to a new set of words. As I said, to avoid process of elimination, but it's a bit harder to do it with 9 words, but I still do it for the integrity and the structure of the game. And before I move, so let's see, what question do I want to do here? There's so many good choices. Thinking. Here's one here. What are you wearing? Why do you look like that? It's style. You wouldn't understand it, and my style is matchless. No, it's blank. To write your answers down. Brilliant. You both have answers down, it looks like. Outstanding. Show them to me on to the camera right now. Ooh, okay, so what have you both written down for me? Because it's both different answers.
I wrote inscrutable.
I wrote down inimitable.
Unfortunately for you, Sondre, Consider has just evened up the scores, as the thinking behind the process here is that the context clue is that person B in this context used the word matchless, which is tantamount to inimitable. While inconstruable could work, it's not exactly the same thing as it's inconstruable is about not being able to analyze something rather than not being able to map something, if that makes sense.
It does. I actually missed that word. I tabbed down.
Okay.
1 2 minutes.
Awesome. No worries. I just like explaining my thought process behind writing these questions in case anyone in chat thinks I'm being mean with how difficult these questions are. I will admit some of them are mean because inconstruable and inanimable work in a lot of sentences together. So I found it quite difficult to make them very different. Regardless, end of the first word improv challenge, and we've gotten 2 wrong answers, but both of our contestants impressively managed to tie it up somehow by the end of the first word improv challenge. So now I'll direct you to the next word improv challenge, and I'm going to be mean because you went to the very bottom of the page. Now I'm going to ask you to go back to the top because I want you to study word improv challenge 28. And let me just scroll down to my notes. And did I set the timer? I'll set the timer now. Let me look at my notes for word improv challenge 28. Where are they? There they are. For a minute there, I thought I had none, and I got scared. Anyway, for our lovely audience members, as always, I will go over the words they are currently studying, which are braggadocio, which is basically bragging, empty, boastful, and cockiness. Wistful, full of yearning and desire, filled, tinged with sadness. Poleaxe, to attack, strike, or fall with, or as if with a poleaxe, a battle axe, basically. Soulful, expressing or appearing to express deep and often sorrowful feelings. Apiarian, of or relating to beekeeping or bees. And a philanderer, a person, usually a man, who has many casual sexual encounters or affairs, especially when married and or in a committed relationship. And those are currently the words our two contestants are studying. And with the 50 seconds left on the clock, and I will say, for any of our lovely audiences that want to learn more about these words, visit the Word Sleuth page, as all definitions I provide for this game and I use come from that very page. And obviously, if you want to take part in a game like this or other challenges us as a community do, Word Improv Challenge is open to everyone, and Word Sleuth does Scribe Wars, but on his story if you'd like to participate in that as well. And what you get out of that is something I'll speak about towards the end of Scribe Wars today. But I would like to remind our contestants that 15 seconds left on the clock for them to study these words. Ooh, here we go. This is going to be exciting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and study time is over. Let's see. What is the first question I would like to ask you here? Okay. This will be a fun-free question to ask. Here we go. The first question I will ask you is the following. You have to help me. If my partner finds out, my relationship is over. There is nothing I can do on God's green earth to help a blank like you out of this. I will admit, Word Improv Challenge 28 can be a little bit tough, so I do not fault anyone who are not able to figure these ones out. You both have words written down for me?
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Show them to me right now. You've both written down philanderer, and you are both correct. Don't think I need to explain that one. The question is about a man who is clearly cheating on their partner, and so philanderer is the correct word to use in this context.
So is
Next
a
one.
so is a woman philanderer or philanderetta or philanderette?
According to the definition on the Word Sleuth page, the word is usually referring to a male. Keyword being usually. Why is that? Don't know, because honestly, it probably is very interesting etymology that probably dates back quite some time ago that would have made me not finish these questions in time, so I decided not to go down this route. But it's akin to how philanderer is like, it usually refers to a male, just like how the word womanizer usually refers to a male as well. But as I said, this is just interesting etymology that dates far back when words and sexuality was more black and white than it is today. Shout out to Pride Month, everyone. Hope everyone's enjoying that this month already. I sure am. Anyway, it really is. I love etymology, as boring as that sounds. Regardless, next question. Oh, come on. Do you really think someone as great as me could fail? Stop it with your cringy blank.
Read that again. What was that?
Oh, come on. Do you really think someone as great as me could fail? Stop it with your cringy blank. All right. Looks like you both have answers for me. So can you please reveal it to the camera? It looks like you both wrote down braggadocio, which is the correct answer. Righty-ho.
We are just
I knew this.
good.
You are, which is why I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Oh.
Because this next one, I will warn you, you're going to have to think about it. Because it could be one of several words. If not, then we're going to have to go through to a tiebreaker.
Okay.
The next question will be, I can't believe it. We're really done with school. Don't look so blank about it. We'll still see each other every day. I see your face there. Everyone can see what I did there. Like I said at the start of this Instagram Live, I said I was charming. I never said I was fair.
You are a savage, Cap.
I like to be. It's more fun that way.
No.
I don't like to play fair. I never have. You can ask any of my personal friends, but if you did ask them, I would ask you, how do you know who my personal friends are if you don't even know who I am? So there would be, I would have more questions for you than you would have for me, now that I think about it. Regardless, do you both have answers for me?
Yes.
Could you reveal it to the camera, please? It looks like you've both written down wistful.
Yes.
And that is the correct answer. Ooh, tiebreaker time. Before we move on, because I think this is interesting, because I can guarantee everyone the answer was between wistful and soulful.
Yep.
The difference here being is that in this context, yearning refers to looking back at something fondly, while soulful is purely used in a sad and negative context, which is the nuance you have to spot for. In this case, like most, teenagers, they finish school and they think that's it for the rest of life, when really you have another 50 years to slave away at the capitalist society we live in. But yeah, anyway, that was just a nice little fun nuance there. Okay, we're now...
I listened to whatever word was going to make sense for the sentence.
And that is how you do it.
Yeah.
That and the context clues I put in there. But righty-ho, I won't say any more because soulful could still be the next answer. But anyway, tiebreaker time. This is how we're going to do a tiebreaker. There will be 2 questions and 2 questions only. And just because I'm going to be mean, and this is how I do tiebreakers, the answer can come from Word Improv Challenge 28 or Word Improv Challenge 1. So I hope you really studied that first set of words. Well, and the first question, I will ask you a question and you'll think about it. If you get it correct and the other contestant get it wrong, hip hip hooray, we have a champion. If you both get it correct, then we'll have a second question. Both challenges are still open, but there it becomes the first contestant to say the answer out loud. But first, we'll do a normal question, and if it's still a tiebreaker, then I will throw that curveball at you. But anyway, you ready?
So we're going from 28, correct?
28 or 1. Either one, I'm not going to tell you. I just hope you understood, you studied both words really well. Righty-ho. Here we go. You ready for this question?
No.
I don't care. You can't leave now. You have to help me decipher my notes for tomorrow's exam. You've just got to roll with the punches. There's no point in wasting time trying to understand your blank notes. If you want, I can repeat the question again. You want me to repeat the question again?
One more time.
Right. You can't leave now. You've got to help me decipher my notes for tomorrow's exam. You've just got to roll with the punches. There's no point in wasting time trying to understand your blank notes. Yeah. More so than usual, I'll give you both longer than I normally give to answer this question. Because it's tough. It's a curveball. Who would ever expect me to introduce both Word Improv challenges at the same time? I almost did it again where I revealed the answer. That was very difficult for me not to do again.
I remember that. That was good.
Oh, all right. So it looks like Sundry has an answer ready. Do you need more time, consider?
No,
Or do you have
I'm
an answer
good.
now?
I
All right,
probably got this wrong. My brain is mush, but let's go.
no problem. Can you please both reveal your answers to the camera to me? So it looks like so you've written down prowess, consider, right?
Yeah, Polyax, what?
Oh, Paulette, okay. And it looks like Sundry's written down inconstrutable. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. I can't say it either.
Um, yeah, no worries.
Inscrutable.
I always forget. I always tell myself to look up the pronunciation first and then do the games, but I always forget. Regardless, I like to announce that we do have a winner, and it is indeed Sundry.
Yep.
All right. I've
The
redeemed
answer.
myself.
Mhm. The reason here being inconstrutable means not being able to analyze or interpret. In this context, this person's friend, was having trouble studying for their exam because he couldn't understand his notes. Something I understand all too well, and thusly that's why the word fits in the context. Can't understand notes, it's inconstrutable. You just have to roll with it. But isn't this interesting, folks? Because twice in a row now we've had it. I swear I do not script these. But twice in a row now we've had it that our two contestants, both pairs, one each have won a round. Consider one Scribe Wars Duel number 3. Well, Sundray has won Scribe Wars Live Duel number 4. So 1-1 to both of you. Before I go on to talk about what this means and do the outro, Sandre, how do you feel with this amazing comeback from last time?
I feel redeemed. I feel as if I feel as if I can hold my head up higher.
That is what I love to hear, because Scribe Wars is a very important thing to win at.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because Sundray will be going home today winning 5 virtual coins, which both readers and writers alike can cash in at Wordsmith's discretion for many prizes that almost anyone could enjoy, whether that be writing coaching or a signed book, or etc., etc., etc. So Sundray will be going home with 5 virtual coins, while Consider will be going home with 2, because none of our contestants in live duels go home empty-handed, because it takes a lot of courage and confidence to do something live and do it in front of people and have it recorded and permanently on the Wordsmith page for everyone to see for centuries to come, so that when the aliens come visit Earth, they could see this amazing game show and realize humanity peaked at this moment on June 4th, 2024. So regardless, yeah, exactly. But regardless, that is what our contestants will be going home with. Sundray with 5 virtual coins, Consider 2, I believe. And if I got that wrong, anyone can tag me, message me, tell me I got it wrong after reading the rules. I'm sorry, but I think it is 2. But regardless,
Okay.
Our lovely contestants, before we end it off today, Sundray is 1, it's 1-1. Will we ever see a third rematch duel? Who knows? I don't know. But regardless, Sundray, would you like to tell everyone where they can find you and anything interesting upcoming that you may or may not be doing before we leave it off today?
Certainly. Feel free to check me out under Sean P. Writes. That's SHUNPWRITES. It's probably above my head. I am currently working on a voice series of poetry, so it is a collection of works from my first and second book. And there's also some teasers in there from the upcoming third volume of poetry. And there's also some cooking hacks on my page as well, so feel free to check that out there. And also, feel free to check out my 3rd season of my podcast, as Incense Burns. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me and my writer friends here, feel free to give me a tip on my page and buy a book. But that's all I got.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Consider, would you like to do the same thing for us today?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Chandra, congratulations. Well deserved on your win. You can find me here on Instagram at thewordywoman20. Same on Twitter. I'm not as active there as I am here. Again, I am the author of Secrets of the City of Gold. If you like origins about golden cities, give it a shout. Give it a shot. But definitely check out Chandra's work. He's a fantastic writer, fantastic friend. Definitely worth the trip and the buy. As well as thank you to the Master of Ceremonies. Thank you for Wordsleuths for having us and making all of this possible today. The both of you are fantastic. And yeah, thank you so much. I hope to see everyone again real soon.
Absolutely. Thank you. I would just like to end it off today and just say thank you to our two lovely contestants for joining in today and taking part in this game of Scribe Wars. And of course, if you want to keep up with the community, our writers want to take part in these games or word improv challenges, follow the @WordSleuth page. And if you at all found yourself liking myself, the Master of Ceremonies, today's charming host, you could follow me on Instagram under @the Floral Sailor page. And yeah, I think that is it for today. So one last time, thank you everyone for coming along today and watching Scribe Wars Live Duel number 4. And for anyone watching the recording afterwards, hello from the past. Anyway, goodbye everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Take
you,
care.
guys. Take care.
Read more books.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.